Welcome back to Torpedoes and Tarantulas, guys, and happy Thanksgiving to all those in that part of the world that celebrate it. And since this is a day of eating and feasting and getting full and all that kind of stuff, I thought I would do a feeding video for most of my teas that are eating right now. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to let them feast as well. So we're going to start with my P Metallica. I just got this guy a couple of weeks ago. Like typical pokies, it's quite bashful. I'm surprised it's not running from the light yet. So let's put in a roach and let's see if it's hungry. Wow. Roach crawled right over the top of it. It may be freaked out by the light, because like I said, you know, this guy, just like most pokies, is quite skittish. They're a nervous species. Don't like the light and stuff like that. I don't think that we're going to get a takedown out of this spider, and unfortunately I can't give you a really good close look at it, so we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, so the roach came up behind the pokey and it moved a little bit so we can get a little bit of a look at it. So there it is, guys. My Poecilotheria metallica sling. Gosh, freaking focus sucks. Anyways, guys, there it is. I don't think we're going to get a takedown, so now we're going to move on to the next one. Up next, we have my very tiny Dolichothele diamantinensis, the Brazilian blue dwarf beauty. This thing has eaten, but it has not ever given me a takedown on camera anyway. The last time I gave it a live roach, it made a move like it was going to eat it, and then it just started running from it. And the darn roach was in there for probably 3 days. I don't see the roach in there anymore, so I'm assuming that it has eaten it. And so what I'm going to do here is I've got a freshly hatched pinhead red runner, and let's see if maybe we can't get something. Don't hold your breath, though, guys. See, that's what it's been doing every time. It strikes at it like it wants it, and then it just moves away from it, leaves it alone or whatever. And, of course, a few days later, I look in, and the roach is gone. So, I don't know. It's just, I just watched a species showcase video by Tarantula Haven about these guys. He said they're great eaters. That's not the case with mine so far, but again, like I said, it is pretty tiny. He said they're also prone to be bolty. Mine is not really that way. It seems pretty chill. Doesn't bolt around too much, unlike my pokey does. See, it made, are we going to see a takedown? Definitely seems interested, but the roach is still moving around underneath it. It doesn't have a hold of it yet. Let's wait and see what happens. Is it going to take it? You can see the roach's antenna underneath there as it's running around. There we go. Nice little takedown out of my Brazilian blue dwarf beauty. Not much to them right now, but they are a beautiful species when they turn into adults. I cannot wait. Look how fuzzy this little guy is. So cute. All right, so that is the first takedown for my Brazilian blue dwarf beauty on camera. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let's move on to another one. Up next is my Selenocosmia crassipes, the Queensland whistling spider, the one that I just rehoused last night. And as you can see, it has settled into its burrow nicely. Got its webbing and everything going, and you can see it sitting there with it's facing out, and I'm sure it's probably waiting for food, and it probably will not disappoint. But, of course, as soon as I say that, it's going to make a liar out of me, but here we go. I have been told, like I said, by a friend of mine that this is a pet hole, and then I had another one of my subscribers comment in the comments yesterday that he did not consider any burrowing spiders pet holes, that it was the beauty of nature, and that's how they survive in their environment. And, you know, he's kind of right. But at the same time, as keepers, we like to have tarantulas that we can see quite often, besides just when they feed. So, I said I don't know a whole lot about these particular spiders, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what we get out of it. It'll be interesting. Tom Moran of Tom's Big Spider says he loves this species, so it's got to be a good species if Tom likes them. It's not really making a move to do a takedown there. It looks like the roach just wants to come in the burrow with it and cuddle. Not sure what's going to happen here, guys. I believe it just grabbed it. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. It would appear that it has a hold of it, so there we go. That's 2 takedowns out of 3 so far. Let's move on to the next. All right, so next up here is my Harpactira pulchripes sling. It's settled into its enclosure really nicely. It's webbed it on up and made a nice little home for itself in there. Sorry about the focus there, guys. As you can see, it's made this nice little web tube, and that's where it kind of stays. Most of the time when I come around, it is at the entrance of this tube, but of course, as soon as I touch the enclosure or whatever, it runs and hides, which is what my female did when she was this small. So they are not defensive. They're just skittish. In my experience, they will run and hide when they're this small, and then when they get older, they stay out more, and they tend to be more chill. And the only time Phoebe, my adult female, has ever given me a threat posture was before her last molt, and I'd be grumpy too if I was about to shed my skin. So enough talk, let's feed. All right, here we go. Let's drop a roach in here. And we have a takedown. Nice. There it is, guys. You can already see some of those colors. Doing pretty good so far on the takedowns. Awesome. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next. And up next here, we have my Grammostola pulchra sling, the Brazilian black. This one molted fairly recently as well, last week and a half or so. So it's been spending more time outdoors, or outside of its burrow, not outdoors. Outside of its burrow here, although all you can see right now is its feet. It's down in there. It was actually out until I took the lid off, and then it ran. Again, it's starting to show its adult colors, so it's really black now. So let's see if it wants some food. And indeed it does. I'd like to be able to give you guys a little bit better view here. Let's see if I can move this cork bark up a little bit. There it is, guys. This view is really not doing it any justice, but you can see it is nice and black now. There you go. What a beautiful tarantula. Okay, let's move on to the next one, guys. Next up, this is my Brachypelma albiceps sling, or the Mexican golden red rump. Another beautiful tarantula, but they're slow growers, so it'll be a while before we can see some of those colors. This one molted a couple of weeks ago. It's eaten once already, but it did not eat on camera, so we'll see if we can get it to do that this time. You can see it's hiding down in its burrow, and that is where it spent most all of its time since before it molted. It's actually been spending a lot of time in a burrow. Oh, and it wants to run from the food. Oh well, at least it gave us a good look at it. We're going to go ahead and leave it alone, and we're going to leave the roach in there because I'm sure that later on it will eat it. So let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, and up next we have my beautiful female Brachypelma auratum ruby. This is the Mexican flame knee. This is one of my favorite species as far as color and looks goes. She's a bit skittish sometimes, but I have a feeling when I put food in there, that'll take that all away. She has been a great feeder since her last molt. So we're just going to kind of follow the roach around and let's see what happens when it gets close to Ruby. And its life ended just like that. She has been a great feeder since she molted the last time. This is when she gets bigger, she will be more beautiful. This is one of the more beautiful in my collection besides my male GBB Augie and my female Harpactira pulchripes, who is the one whom we are feeding next. Sorry that the colors really aren't showing through there, guys. The flash seems to be kind of washing them out a little bit there. But these guys are beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And the last one that we are going to feed, or at least attempt to feed here today, is going to be my female Harpactira pulchripes, recently named Phoebe. She has chilled out quite a bit since she was a sling. She's quite calm now, as you can see. Let's see if she's hungry. Maybe, maybe not. She has settled down quite a bit since her last molt. As I said, she's only given me one threat posture, and that was right before her last molt. And it was more bluff than anything. It was actually quite entertaining. I don't think she's interested in the food right now, so I'm not going to leave it in there. But there is a view of Phoebe, my gorgeous girl. I'll try again in a few days. Maybe I will do a feeding video for the Fatal Fangs with her. So that has been it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, a comment. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down in a comment. I really appreciate you guys taking a little time out of your busy days. I know everyone's very busy today with the holiday, and you've got families and everything. So all that being said, I really appreciate you watching this video. I'm going to end it now. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours from Torpedoes and Tarantulas. Go out there and eat you a bunch of food, watch some football, take a nap. Most importantly, guys, remember, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great day. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.